the love of HR. Hello, lovely people, and welcome back to For the Love of HR. I'm Richard, or Rich. In episode 1, I introduced the HR accountability framework with its 26 sub-accountabilities and 4 core accountability domains: HR business partner, HR functional partner, HR governance and performance excellence, and HR innovation and development. Over this series, we're deep diving into each one, and then in the future, we will provide practical models, tools, and templates to help you become a confident people practitioner. We will start by discussing the HR business partner sub-accountabilities, of which there are 5. These are those areas that generally the HR leader partners with the founder, owner, and/or senior leadership team. I consider these 5 to be critical to the success of any organization. In this episode, we will start with the most important HR business partner accountability, business alignment, which, as the name suggests, it's all about partnering with business leaders to align HR with the strategy, ambition, and performance of the company. It's shaping organizational alignment and outcomes. Let me pause here, because this is the single most important accountability that HR professionals and people leaders need to understand. In my experience, more than 90% of organizations could do better here, and the consequences are profound. If you get business alignment wrong, everything else in HR becomes harder. But if you get it right, the impact on results is transformational. Let's start with the business impacts when alignment is weak. Aspirations fail, and potentially you may have to close the organization. Strategic drift occurs, taking you off track. Opportunities are missed in various areas. Weak alignment in areas such as performance management. Leaders look disconnected from the business. Productivity drops at a time where you need to maximize your return with growing costs. And competitors move faster potentially. Can you think about a time when your organization lost momentum? Was it because the strategy wasn't clear, or because people weren't aligned to it? Now let's look at the HR impacts. HR strategies are built in isolation, which I don't need to tell you is never a good outcome. Performance systems measure the wrong areas. KPIs drift off course, perhaps measuring old deliverables or objectives. Capability development misses the mark. And worst of all, HR's credibility takes a hit when leaders and HR are out of sync. Have you seen HR roll out a system or initiative that just didn't match the ambition of the business at that time? Finally, people impacts. As I share the list, consider the implications on the business. Employees feel the disconnect every day from the business. Structures don't fit stated strategy. Daily work doesn't align with the ambition, and potentially behaviors drift in the wrong direction. Most importantly, roles are unclear, and employees end up doing what they think they should be doing, enjoy doing, or what they are good at. Nothing disengages a workforce faster than realizing their hard work doesn't count. So what does alignment truly feel like? It's a deep understanding to the point where you could explain your organization's ambition to someone outside clearly and confidently. My favorite visual is a paper plane. Senior leaders are flying it together. Whether you're in a startup with lots of ambiguity, scaling fast, or cruising in steady growth, alignment and recalibration are critical. How aligned are you right now with your organization's ambition? So now let's talk about the misconceptions I see most often from the business side. Clarity and direction. Assuming business leaders actually know how to develop a business plan themselves. Many don't. And they assume the strategy is obvious, so HR will just follow. Performance focus, thinking numbers alone mean alignment. This one is very prevalent, one-time activity. Treating alignment as a workshop, not a discipline. The annual business planning meetings. People ambiguity, underestimating the cost of unclear leadership direction. HR focus, believing HR's role is purely people and admin. Partnership, expecting HR to deliver alignment without leadership involvement. Education gap, big one for me, difficult to say, but assuming HR are trained to connect strategy to HR, when most aren't, sadly. Business acumen, believing HR lack commercial understanding. I think you'll be surprised. Those are the 8 misconceptions I see most often from business leaders. When those myths dominate, alignment becomes almost impossible. Now let's turn the lens on ourselves, because HR also holds on to misconceptions that get in the way of alignment. Surface level understanding, assuming knowing the headlines is enough. It's not. We have to get into the detail, really deep on the iceberg, if we are to have true alignment. People versus strategy split. Thinking HR is about people, not strategy. Functional focus. Yes, we're all guilty of this at times, believing HR strategy can stand alone, disconnected from the business ambition. It simply can't. Many people, because of their backgrounds and where they came from before HR, have a very operational mindset, seeing HR as reactive, not strategic. For various reasons, many of us wait to be told, believing alignment starts once leadership hands over the business plan. And sadly, many of us have a confidence gap. We're not stepping into the strategy conversation, doubting our own value. These are the 6 misconceptions I see most often within HR. Recognizing them is the first step to moving past them and stepping into true alignment. So what works instead? We will get into how to build effective business alignment in detail in the future episodes, where I will share models, tools, templates, and tips. But as a starting point today, how do we get alignment right? Let me share 3 top priorities for me. HR and leaders must co-create the organizational plan. It cannot be done in isolation. We need to translate ambition into clear people strategies related to structure, roles, performance, and capability as starting points. We need to revisit alignment regularly, not annually, not quarterly, especially during growth, change, or uncertainty. If you can describe the detailed ambition on one page and every HR action links back to it, you're aligned. So here, look, I have a closing challenge for you. So here's my challenge to you this week. Could you explain your organization's detailed ambition to someone outside? If yes, fantastic. Keep building on it. If not, that's your first step towards alignment, and I believe you can do it. Thank you for joining me on For the Love of HR. Remember, high impact HR comes from aligning purpose, ambition, and deliverables, and building partnerships that grow organizations, teams, and people. If this helped, give the video a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. I'll see you in episode 3. Until then, take care.